Howdy everybody, it's your pal Misty. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, because today we're in the kitchen where I can move around. I got space, I can do things, and so today I'm going to just put together one of my first meals that my mom made me on keto. She had actually made it when I had my hysterectomy, and it was delicious. And so it's been something that I have eaten several times, and people call it crack slaw or egg roll in a bowl. This is not anybody's recipe in particular. It's just a hodgepodge of a bunch of different recipes. So we're going to start with a little over a pound of ground beef. You can use chicken, you can use pork, you could use ground turkey. We're using ground beef. That's probably my favorite. We have this is some just pre-prepped coleslaw in a bag. It's 16 ounces. Some fresh green beans because they are my favorite. I love green beans. I have loved green beans since I was a small little girl. So we're having those on the side, but for the egg roll in the bowl, you're gonna have your meat substitute, your meat of choice, whatever you want to put in there, your coleslaw, some soy sauce, garlic, salt, pepper, and since we're in Louisiana, I'm gonna put just a little dash of the red pepper because my mom and Mike be getting real mad at people talking about they're cooking Cajun stuff and don't put not nary a pepper in it. So we're gonna put just a little bit of pepper for just a little bit of heat. My mom's already turned on the stove for me because it's gas, and I don't know how to cook with gas. So, are you ready? Because here we go. Alright, so we are now at the stove. We're going to put in our pound of ground beef, or again, your meat of choice. And then my mama, you know, because she's fancy and actually does cook, she's got one of these little meat grinder things everybody keeps talking about. So get you one of these. And it should help you mash up the ground beef. I just have the stove on low right now. I'm sorry, on medium. We just want to get a good browning on this ground beef here. And then as it starts to brown, this. I was going to say it's really helpful, and it is. But it also stuck a little bit. Get you one of these if you're doing ground beef. Now I need one of these. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a second. And while we do that, I'm going to grab all my seasonings, bring them over here, and then I will pick you up as I start to add the seasonings. And now that the meat, you can see, is pretty much cooked through, it's still a little bit pink, but I'm going to go ahead and add some of the seasonings. So first I'm going to add the garlic. You can add onion powder too. My mom was just out of onion powder because she actually prefers actual onions, but they're a little high carb for me, so we did omit them this time. Some salt. I can't see if that's coming out. Can y'all see if it's coming out? Oh, that was a lot of salt. We're going to mix that together. It wasn't a lot of salt, but a lot more than I intended right then. They like salt, surely. Don't tell them. They're in the other room. They can hear me though, I'm sure. Okay. Some pepper. Just you know what, I'm actually going to pour some of this in my hand because it's spicy, but Cajuns like it spicy. They put this stuff on everything. So it's just some crushed up red pepper flakes. You can add more to your liking if you like more. Kind of acts like a spoon and a meat crusher. Alright, so we've got that. We're going to add in our 1/4 cup of soy sauce. You could also use liquid aminos or coconut aminos, a low sodium soy sauce, whatever your preference is, and that fits into your way of eating. to turn it down just a little bit. And now you can see that meat is pretty much cooked all the way through. We'll let that sit. While we grab our coleslaw. So here we have our coleslaw. We're just going to dump in the entire bag of coleslaw. Just like that. This coleslaw will cook down. I know it looks like a lot right now, but I assure you it is not. That grease from the fat of the meat will incorporate in here. And then we will just let that cook down, stir it occasionally, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. While the cabbage and meat and spices is cooking, I put the lid on. I also added another eighth of a cup of soy sauce. So now I'm getting my green beans ready for the air fryer. I like to just use, again, normally onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. But we don't have onion powder, which is fine, because I don't always put onion powder on my green beans. Sometimes if I'm at home, I have nutritional yeast. I'll add that to it as well. So just a little bit of seasoning on that. Then we're going to pop these in the air fryer at 400 degrees for, I don't know, because this is not my air fryer. But I would say normally about 10 minutes in mine. So we'll put them in, we'll check them at 10 minutes, and then I'll let you know where we are in the process then. Okay, and the green beans are done. I cooked them on 400 degrees for 10 minutes, even in their air fryer. You can see they are a little bit brown. I could actually take them even a little bit more brown than that, but that will be my side of green beans. Okay, and just like that, it is done. And when I say just like that, I mean about 15 more minutes from the last time we checked in. We did the green beans, got them out. I mixed it together a few little times. And now I'm just going to plate some up for my mama. You want green beans too, right, Mom? Just a little bit?
Yes. Not his green beans.
Right, I know. My stepdad doesn't like fresh green beans, so I would eat them out of a can too, but fresh are my favorite. Well, frozen and then, or fresh, either way, because if they're frozen fresh. So, anyway, so this is, give you an idea. Ooh, don't drop any out of the little plate. Can you see that, Mama? Looks good, right? Yes. So we're going to come over here. We're going to add some, I don't know if you can see me anymore. It got hot, everybody. I took off my hat because we're cooking. I'm going to add some green beans, and I'll show you her final plate. And there you have it. Egg roll in a bowl with a side of air-fried green beans. I hope she likes it. She does. She already tasted it. So that's it. That was dinner. And while my mom ate hers, because it was a little early for me still, but I have a plate that looks just like hers. So it's a little while later, and I was reviewing the video just to, you know, make sure it worked out and you can see everything, and you can't see this part. So remember what this part looks like and go back and watch it again if you need to. It's my first big cooking show. It's not a show. It's just a little small YouTube channel, but it feels like a production. This is new to me, so we're just gonna have a bite. We're gonna make sure it's still delicious. Yeah, talk amongst yourself. Have you ever had egg roll in a bowl? Do you call it crack slaw instead? Do you add an egg or no egg? I would probably add an egg. I love eggs, but we did not add an egg today. And pro tip, leave it overnight. Make enough to have leftovers. Because the leftovers, once all those spices and the soy sauce really seep in, man, that's delicious. Yep, air fried green bean, tastes good. They're cold now, but it's still delicious. When I was young, my mom said she would just put a can of green beans in a bowl, put them in the refrigerator, and that would be my snack, so I could just come and grab some green beans. I've loved them my whole life. They're delicious. So yeah, let me finish this green bean. I chew a lot. I chew a lot and I chew slow, but we'll talk about that in another video as to why I do those things. But that's going to do it for today. I hope you like this video. I hope you found some funny in it because you couldn't see my whole head. So here's what had happened. Let me just tell you real fast. I thought, you know what, Misty, be brilliant, like a real director person, and put a stunt double in for you. My stunt double's 5'3" and I'm 5'7", so that wasn't the best plan. Yeah, stunt doubles are supposed to be your size, and I used my Momma because that's what I had. So I apologize about the quality of that video, but hopefully you still enjoyed it. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, that's okay. And subscribe if you know how. Again, comment down below if you've ever tried this, or if you're interested in trying it, or if you add any additional spices, or any way you may have changed it up to make it a little bit different. And until next time, I'll see you real soon.